Breaking news, according to source, published 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the day of Wednesday, September 17th, 2025. Actor and director Robert Redford was a lifelong environmentalist, a person who is concerned with or supports for the protection of the environment and committed philanthropist, a person who seeks to promote the welfare of others, especially by the generous donation of money to good causes. While Robert Redford made his mark with Hollywood films such as All the President's Men, Barefoot in the Park, and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, the lifelong environmentalist and philanthropist was also dedicated, devoted to sparking change, protecting the earth, and supporting up and coming filmmakers. I'm an actor by trade, but I'm an activist by nature. Somebody who's always believed that we must find the balance between what we develop for our survival and what we preserve, Redford said in his address to the UN General Assembly's high level meeting on climate change in 2015. In 2022, Redford received an honorary Academy Award. He was a Kennedy Center honoree, a person who receives an honor. Robert Redford had received an respected award for achievement in 2005 and received the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2016. The accolades, the awards of acknowledgments for merit, celebrated his on-screen performances and his contributions, donations, and offerings beyond Tinseltown, formerly known as Hollywood, or the outward appearance on the surface glamorous world it represents. It seems that Robert Redford had held a press conference on climate change at the United Nations in 2015. More further quote from source: Redford's love of nature began early. At some point, I divided my life into my two greatest interests, which were art and nature. I grew up respecting nature because what happened to Los Angeles? It was a city as a child during the end of the Second World War that I loved, and it was a beautiful city, and the air was clean. And then what happened after the war was suddenly there was skyscrapers and there was pollution and there was freeways. It felt like the city that I loved as a child was taken away from me. So I moved away from that in sadness, Redford said in a news conference at the United Nations in 2015. And then I discovered the Sierra Nevadas and I went to work at Yosemite National Park. And when that happened, I was introduced to the beauty of raw nature. And that's when I decided I want this to be part of my life. Whatever I do, I want this to be part of my life because it had a kind of a appearing to express deep and often sorrowful feeling impact on me. Robert Redford on the right co-founded the Redford Center with his late son, James Redford, on the left in 2005. Again, Robert Redford on the right co-founded the Redford Center with his late son, James Redford, on the left in 2005. More further quote from source. Robert Redford co-founded the Redford Center with his son, James, in 2005, specifically to support environmental filmmakers and storytellers. Some of the Redford Center's work includes producing documentaries and short films and providing financial sponsorships. James Redford died at the age of 58 in October 2020. The center said it continues to work in honor of everything that James stood for and all he imagined as a future possibility for the future. The things that Robert Redford was continuing doing might been because of his own son's memory that James Redford had envisioned before James Redford died in October 2020. More further quote from source. In 1981, Redford founded the Sundance Institute, which describes itself as a nonprofit that provides and preserves the space for artists in film, theater, film composing, and digital media to create and thrive. Sundance Institute president and founder Robert Redford speaks at the festival's opening day press conference in 2012. Sundance Institute president and founder Robert Redford speaks at the festival's opening day press conference in 2012. More further quote from source. Sundance is headquartered near Park City, Utah. The state was a special place for Redford. He fought to preserve over 1.7 million acres of Utah wilderness to protect it from development until it became a protected site by presidential legal authority official order in 1996. The actor and his first wife, Lola von Raganin, Lola von Raganin, even built their home in Utah themselves. Every January, the Sundance Institute hosts the Sundance Film Festival in Park City. The festival is an opportunity to present the work of independent, becoming more known filmmakers to a global audience. The Institute also hosts programs in the United States and widely within other places of the world to inspire, connect, and spotlight independent filmmakers, persons whom are responsible for the development of new products or ideas, planning, and putting into effect the carrying out of films, ranging from short films and documentaries to full length feature movies. So, was the late Mr. Robert Redford the one or one of the ones behind how certain movies have been being produced from Hollywood lately? And furthermore, if the now late Mr. Robert Redford was one of the ones behind producing certain movies from Hollywood lately, then was this all his own unique vision to do so? Or was it all of the vision that his son, the late James Redford, had envisioned to do thus is what had helped to inspire Mr. Robert Redford to continuing doing all that he had done after his son's death or not. But nevertheless, I know for sure that somebody, if it wasn't him nor his son, then somebody surely has been imagining things lately that has now caused for Hollywood to has been releasing some very, very particular kinds of movies lately as of September 2025. And Barack Obama, with even Ellen DeGeneres smiling, sitting not too far away behind Barack Obama, had once somewhere given his respects, it seems, unto the late Mr. Robert Redford. As a matter of fact, I believe that it was an Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Barack Obama. Did this truly happen sometime while Barack Obama was president or not? As a matter of fact, I believe that it was an Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Barack Obama. Did this truly happen sometime while Barack Obama was president or not? Anyway, in the midst of this all, the late Mr. Robert Redford, whom was an American actor, director, and producer, had lived from August 18th, 1936, and had died on September 16th, 2025. And may he now rest in peace until when comes one great big judgment day that every living person right now on this planet Earth today has a trial that is awaiting to must answer for all that we've done whilst living here upon this earth. For it is not just about the bad actions, bad behavior, bad deeds that we all have chose and some may now still be willing to do regardless. Nevertheless, it is even also about the wrong, bad words that we would choose to speak unto who and wheresoever that we shall all have to give an answer for whatever our own report might then be. Matthew chapter 12, verse 36 through 37, and Psalm chapter 91, verse 11 through 12. Barack Obama says to have good debates without turning to and adopt a strategy or course of action, especially a disagreeable or undesirable one, so as to resolve a difficult situation by doing any form of violence onto anyone. But exactly what ideas from Charlie Kirk does Barack Obama thinks is wrong? And why did Barack Obama bring up about the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which, by the way, I do notice a detail about this particular act that makes me ponder about why is Barack Obama bringing it up all of a sudden within his conversations. Note, there's one specific word within the Civil Rights Act of 1964 that makes me too much ponder about what he means, and the specific word I'm referring to is sex. Sex. And Barack Obama says Martin Luther King Jr. was awful, very bad, or unpleasant. And so, what does he and whosoever else mean by saying that the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was awful? Because if even the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was so wrong about doing something that many seems to has been enjoying themselves doing freely within the USA today, then you all must also think that your own selves are awful too. Shouldn't you think so? But of course, that is if we're all going to remain being truly utmost fair, equal, and justly here, per se. And what are the specific things entirely that Mr. Barack Obama disagrees with? Because the way that he seems to keep on saying how he disagrees with things keeps making me too much ponder about for some reason. Philippians chapter 4 verse 8. But through all of this, Mr. Barack Obama seems to not desire for anyone to do any acts of violence. So if Mr. Barack Obama doesn't truly want for anyone to be doing any acts of violence towards anyone, then Mr. Barack Obama and whosoever else better henceforth not let that be a reason to say Martin Luther King Jr. was awful. Understand? And Mr. Barack Obama seems to disagree with some things about George W. Bush, but thinks that George W. Bush is a good man. Mr. Barack Obama seems to be heavily disagreeing with a lot of things. However, Mr. Barack Obama does seems to see that there are people that are extremists who don't believe in America's core centered values. And Mr. Barack Obama says that certain core centered values weren't in his White House. But then Mr. Barack Obama says that when we have extremist views being now within the government, we have a problem. Define extremist. A person who holds extreme, very great, very serious, or has one main interest or purpose for political or religious views, especially one who turns to and adopts a strategy or course of action, especially a disagreeable or undesirable one, so as to resolve a difficult situation to or supports a very great or very serious action. Is Mr. Barack Obama being serious? Because there are some things that I now know about him that I believe makes Mr. Barack Obama to be an extremist as well. So Mr. Barack Obama, with all due respect, but if you think that it's wrong for anyone to be an extremist, then Mr. Barack Obama, I believes that you better go and examine your own self very quickly, because I strongly recommend and advise for you to now go and do so very carefully for your own good. Now, continuing on with more of what I had actually heard this man say, and I mean straight from out of his own mouth. Mr. Barack Obama says we always have to fight for our democracy. That has made this country the resentful feeling as though they've been treated unfairly within places of the world. Democracy is not self performing to put into effect. It depends on us as citizens, regardless of our political connections, to stand up for certain core centered values, because otherwise we may not have them. Now, what are these core centered values that Mr. Barack Obama keeps on talking about in such a way to only highlight himself to just say core values? No, Mr. Barack Obama, don't just tell me core values alone, because I henceforth will need to know fully, entirely, not deceptively, about the core values that you and whosoever else is talking about. Do you all fully understand me, Mr. Barack Obama and whosoever else? I ain't just sitting back, keeping quiet about some things involving any of you all anymore, Mr. Barack Obama, because now you've done took me there more than once. So do you all even dare to think for me to go and do again 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7 and James chapter 1 verse 5? Because I don't mind doing so for any one of you. So make me do it again. Peace.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient and soon. It can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous. Is the world honestly burning? That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing. All our minds, we put the work in. We got some work, man. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Gotta get through this, life is a nuisance, tie up some loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this. So you can go pick the bad or the good, got a glass half rich. I know, it's easier to hide than just to lay low. Not everyone in life has got a halo. I'm standing in the red inside a payphone. Just wanna break, no, I'm not gonna give in. Take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin. Never get lost when thoughts pull you in. I miss the old you, we died with a purpose. All the energy around me felt nervous. Scared I would pop out fast to the surface. Had to cut it off before you made me worthless. Torn apart, I've been torn and scarred. I had a given art, but now I'm thinking smart. I'm keeping up my guard, I'm hiding every card. A royal flush of left, you never know what's hard. With a back to the mat, gonna see where I'm at. I'ma fight like I'm mad, I'm a beast of the net. They can never be me, nice try, but they'll see I achieve everything while they stay salty. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know